Yo, welcome back to the vlog. So today what I'm going to do is, you see that big red bus behind me? I'm going to get on the Belfast hop on hop off tour and see the best and worst in Belfast. As someone who's grew up in Belfast, I've never ever once got on one of them big red buses. So I'm going to get on City Tours bus today and go and see the best and maybe some of the worst that Belfast has to offer. Again, as someone who's never grew up in this city, I've never ever get on one of them buses. So I just thought to myself, different wee day out, keeps you off a drinky winky, means I don't have to walk anywhere, saying I'm a fat you know what. But I just thought I'd get on. I think it has like 19 different stops. They're on near enough every half hour. The one I'm doing today is City Tours. So if you're, I'll let you know, citytoursbelfast.com. So get on and give them a check out as well if you are doing it. But it's a different day out. I don't know anyone in Belfast that goes on and does them. Like, I do know there's other tours, black taxi tours and all, but I just thought I'll just go and see the city the way the tourists do. We'll probably see the best of the city. I doubt they're going to bring us to anywhere too rough. Plus, I know a lot of the rough spaces anyway, but it'll be good to go and see. We'll maybe see some places that we've already seen on my vlogs. I'd say we're going to see the Peace Walls and stuff like that there, but it's actually unreal in Belfast today. It's sweaty 1 degrees. Like, I am sweating as a wee fat man. Maybe like getting the bus around the city is easier than walking around the city today. Also, today I'm actually wearing a Belfast-based clothing brand, so give them a check out, Section 10. But here, let's go. I'm going to go and get a wee drinky winky here of juice or water because it is roasting, and then we'll go for a wee dander and see what happens. So, welcome to the vlog. Let's go. It's not Belfast at its absolute best here. When the sun is shining, everyone's happy as Larry. We'll see the amount of people around City Hall. Do you know what I mean? Look at that. Just crowds and crowds of people. Can't beat it. Like, I'm ginger, so the heat kills me. But it's absolutely great to see so many people out, like tourists, non-tourists, people from here, people on their lunch break, having a wee lunch. Only I'm a changed man, I would definitely be heading out for a few scoops, or it's actually a day for a little strawberry daiquiri. Don't know, I might go for a wee strawberry daiquiri after and treat myself. What's your wee name? So I'm just going to ask you some Belfast sayings and you tell me what you think they mean. Okay? So, what do you think Scunder the 100 means?
Oh my god, Scunder the 100. Squander your money? No. Embarrassed. It means embarrassed. You're embarrassed. So, what does it mean when you say to someone dead on? Bang on.
That's dead on, yeah, that's pretty similar.
Bang on.
What do you think? Do you think came up the lagging in a bubble?
Oh my god, I've no idea.
So
say something Scottish. I'll get it then.
It means
No,
it means you're coming up the lagging in the bubble means, or do you think I came up the lagging in the bubble means, do you think I'm stupid?
No,
that's what it means. That's what it means.
Okay.
It means
well, no, I don't, if you'd ask
so,
me.
and if you were to say someone, do you want to poke, what do you think that means?
Something rude?
No, thankfully not. It actually means ice cream.
Okay.
Ice cream. So I'm sure some of the sayings are the same in Scotland. Have you any Scottish sayings you want to tell me?
Fu you doing?
Is that also Scots?
Yeah. Fu you doing? That means how are you?
Oh yeah. Well, in Irish you say Kajay Moratatu. Kajay Moratatu means how are you?
Okay.
Alright, thanks very much. Alright, see you later. So this is the bus here downstairs, and it's pretty empty right now, but it does say by the time we take off it'll be pretty full. And I'll just walk up the stairs now. They're seeing what I see. And again, just like this, when you're here, so you just walk through. You know what I mean? And then this is where I'm going to sit. I'm just looking out. Quality. Aye, if anyone's ever looked on these, just go down to the City Hall, and to the side you'll see it, big City Tours bus. And the guy I was speaking to was called Brian. He was sound as a pound. So this is our first stop. I think it has 19 stops along the way, and you can get on and off if you want. If you want to spend some time in a certain place. But I'm just going to be going the whole way through without getting off, because I can go down places anytime I want. There's two buses right beside each other. Look at how busy they are. So I think our one's going to get pretty busy pretty soon. Hopefully people don't mind me recording, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm a bad boy. Really nasty. Tell you what, I want to see these bluey skies. Look at that. Cannot beat it. Seriously. Why are you meant to stay off a drink when the weather's like this? As well, folks, make sure we're getting on the subscribe button, because I'm absolutely flying at the minute on YouTube. Appreciate all the support, you are legends. But keep it up, keep supporting, keep sharing, keep watching, keep commenting, all that there good stuff. And the more you do it, the more I can post. You are. Have taken off, and the tour guide is just explaining everything. Where we're going, there's 19 stops, and it lasts just over an hour, between an hour and 15 minutes. But the tour guide's just giving everyone a wee bit of information. But I'm just driving here down. Obviously, you drive down Victoria Square.
This was all water. Ships used to sail up as far as here.
It was all water here. First thing I learned anyway, I didn't know it was all water here. So our first stop is the Albert Clock. And if anyone knows, you used to saying at Belfast, your man works down the Albert Clock if you're trying to slag someone, but that's the first landmark sorta. And that was an old joke back in the day, your man works down the Albert Clock. I don't even know if gas cookers were in the Albert Clock, like. I've never been to one. And there's the big fish, and anyone from Belfast knows the big fish. More famously now for Sean Eyebrows, who gets stuck on it the other day. But look at the scenery. You don't even realise the scenery here. So nice, like the River Lagan. Or if anyone watched Line of Duty, the scene, the guy came up the Lagan in that bubble. That's where.
And also 10-10 bowling.
The Odyssey. There spent many a night in there, box 90p a drink. My tour is going to be a wee bit different than the actual tour. I'm just telling you my experience. We went to box, and then go to the boxing, and then home got a McDonald's. I love that there. Wagon. And on the left there is Titanic Porter. Like, we are completely famous for building a ship that sank, and Leonardo DiCaprio made the film.
Over to the right there, those people are standing, that is stop number 5. I am confident.
There is Harold and Booth. Or if anyone's ever heard the saying, David and Goliath, that's what we say. That's what it's from. Them two famous big cars. One of them still in thing today. I just drove past the Titanic Studios. I didn't know that. I know what Game of Thrones and all was filmed here, but I didn't know Tom Hanks and Bill Murray owned it. And this is a wee stop you go to if you want off for the go and see the Titanic stuff now. But it's a wee bit hard for me to talk because it's a tour, it's a guided tour, so I don't want to talk over the tour guide and be doing other people's heads in. But it's so good, so far so good, and like so much I didn't even know about this city, and I live here. So this here is known as the Beacon of Hope. I didn't even know that, but it was sent to us from people in America who wanted us to be peaceful. It was sent out in 1998 Good Friday Agreement. So anyone's ever in a town, you're walking past that and you wonder what that big statue is for. That's what it's for.
23. 13 went off on this street here.
I want to see here.
Hello.
There's the courthouse there. For any bad boys and girls who are committing crime. And there, waterfront. What a spot. Went to Christie Moor there. Leitha. St George's Market. What a spot. Where you get the old Belfast bop. Big giant Belfast bop with sausages, bacon, all that there. That's the type of stuff about Belfast that I love. All the grub. See when you're away, even seeing you're like evenings we're in England and Scotland, the Chinese's, the grub and all is never as good as Belfast food. But we drove past the courthouse there and the guide was saying that the perimeter of the wall is 40. It's so thick, I don't know, he said like 44 foot I think, in terms of height, and it's just to protect it from any bombs during the Troubles. And then we're also driving past, if anyone ever is down like Titanic Quarter at the bridge and all, we're driving past, there's
Can I sit with you?
yeah, go ahead. There's all glass windows, and the reason for the glass windows is because after the Troubles, there's no bombs really getting planted as much no more, so they can have glass windows, and I think it makes the city look better, but they're less likely to get bombed, because back in the day they would have been bombed 2 seconds and wrecked. They're going past the City Hall, and if anyone can remember back in the day, that's the famous part there where your woman says, "No surrender," when all the flag protests were going on. But I didn't know this, on my hair, it's going mad. But the City Hall is actually open from 1906, so it's at 120 years. I wonder, how did they build something like that 120 years ago? And how could you build something like that 120 years ago? Like, see now, I couldn't even build a toy house, and these boys had no technology, and they're building the City Halls. Like, powerful. I just know, like, if I was born back in the day, I'd be absolutely snookered.
It's on the right hand side.
And around here, the Europa Hotel, the most bombed hotel in Europe. I think the IRA used to bomb it just for the crack when they were bored, but I remember actually going down years ago, and when the X Factor people were standing outside it, like, that's my knowledge of the Europa Hotel.
They're trying to
Grand Opera House. Right side. Pavarotti played in the Opera House, like what? There's the most bombed hotel in Europe. Like, if there's anything we're good at, it was bombing. But imagine, like, our claim to fame are building a ship that sank, 30 years of Troubles, and then a hotel that's been bombed more than anywhere else in Europe. I mean, like, where else would you get it? But there's where I'm playing on Sunday, Health Comedy Club. For anyone who wants to come down and watch, come and watch your man Peebo tell a few jokes. I'm playing there on Sunday. Oh, where have we gone? I'm doing a stand-up comedy gig there on Sunday, so come and watch me. I didn't know why the Europa was bombed so much. I said it was for the crack, but it was just because the journalists from all over the world, when they were like over here, they all stayed in Europa. So, and it didn't, obviously the paramilitaries didn't like what they were saying, so they gave them something to talk to by bombing the places where they were staying. So the journalists from all over the world, like Australia, Canada, America, and all would have stayed in there and they were writing stories. So it would have been a wee bit of propaganda probably too, like good propaganda, say they had the capability of bombing hotels and stuff. So that's why, because the journalists stayed there. So we're just coming past Queen's University, and I didn't know that Queen's University used to be called, whoa, getting attacked by a tree, used to be called Belfast College, and it only let men get taught in it, and it only let men be in it. It didn't let women until 1949 when Queen Elizabeth came over, and she says change the name as college now, and before I leave, I want to guarantee the women are allowed to be study here too. So it was only men allowed to go to university. So big up the Queen for that one, like sorting the women out. And then there's Botanic Gardens, unbelievable in there.
That is meant to be college.
Oh, waving like mad at us. Belfast in a friendly way, you can't beat it. But we are just very close to West Belfast, obviously where I'm from. And the driver was funny as anything there. He says if anyone wants to come downstairs and check out, be in the bulletproof part of the bus. And then he obviously told him he was only joking, and then he says there hasn't been a bomb in 2 weeks on the falls of the Shankill. And that's it would have been 2 hours a couple of days ago, a couple of years ago. But there's my favourite part of West Belfast right there, the Black Mountain, where I would have spent many days climbing up that mountain and having fun with my mates up to the Hatchetfield with a swing. Couldn't beat it. Yeah, the big balls of the falls and the ice were behind it. The Black Mountain. But look at that, big balls and falls. And anyone knows this is an interface right here. And even still to this day, kids meet here and fight with each other, hand-to-hand combat. But he said loads of people like this used to meet here and fight, and then they end up coming there down, they're shooting at each other. And I didn't know all that, like I knew parts of it but not all of it, you know what I mean? We are turning on onto the Falls Road, and there's a rock bar which was built in 1901 and survived 2 world wars. It was attacked by loyalists, and it survived me being in there on a Sunday night, absolutely wrecked and racking the dance floor. It was closed there for a few weeks, and it's a great old spot. And then we just drove past the Connolly Centre. We're inside it, it's all the members, James Connolly and stuff like that, but also Lena's Sandwiches. If you don't know Lena's Sandwiches, get to know Lena's Sandwiches. But look at the view from Belfast here. Absolutely unbelievable. Like I'm obviously from this whack, so I know a lot of the history here. And it's just mad to think that so much people come over to this country just to see the places we grew up. There's actually a fella cycling down the Falls Road now, and his crack is hanging clean out.
The big red brick building in front of us, that is culture now. Translated into English.
We're driving down here now, and we're just seeing like the difference in this place now to probably 30 years ago, where it would have been 40 years ago, say 35 years ago, but it would have been filled with British Army and stuff like that there. Whereas now, anyone in West Belfast knows that is RPG Avenue. RPGs used to be shot from at the British Army by the IRA, and that's Beachmead. And then we're just driving up here now to the Culture Lab, where it's obviously an Irish language building where people go to speak. And Remind yourself has actually done a play in there, but the grub as well and the Cutland's absolutely smashing. But again, the Falls Road now it's just completely different than what it would have been 40 years ago. We're at the Sinn Féin offices and the mural of Bobby Sands, probably Belfast's most famous person. He died on a hunger strike after 66 days, and he would be like an iconic person in West Belfast. There's been a wee bit of controversy lately because there was a statue built for him, but he died on hunger strike in 1981.
He started his hunger strike on the 1st of March.
27, I think.
And he went without food
Around West Belfast, he would be loved, but if you a mile away down when you were down to Shankill, you would probably get like a wee bit of grief and stuff. People wouldn't like him. He was the first of 10 hunger strikers that died. They try and get political status for the IRA. So that mural is probably one of the most iconic part of West Belfast, like probably the most visited part of West Belfast. I can't think anything else would be more visited. But you would be loved in West Belfast. Not if you go outside of West Belfast, like East Belfast, apart from Sortland and stuff, there wouldn't be as much. And there's the Dole office where I'm going to be if everyone doesn't subscribe to my YouTube channel now. Get on, subscribe if you're watching this. Now we're just driving through the Peace Gates. And anyone doesn't know, the Peace Gates close at like 8 or half 8 at night. And it's basically to separate us from each other, so we can't get at each other, and obviously people are more likely to ride during the night. So they close at night, stop us sort of getting at each other and riding and all that stuff. And we're at the International Wall, where like anyone on this side will be all Catholic, Republican stuff, and Sitar will be all lemons. But again, we're just going to drive into the Shankill here. Completely different. But like the International Wall, that would probably be like pretty iconic. Like I'll try and get a thing of it. This is just the side of it. But that's just one side of it. Where on round there's all other stuff to do with it. But that would be pretty iconic as well in West Belfast. But see this tour, it's unbelievable. Like see the information your man's telling me. That's why I'm not actually talking too much or like recording too much, because his he is doing like covering basically everything, and I just don't want to be like interrupting him and ruining other people's experience. But even if you're from Belfast, I'd really recommend it. There's obviously the falls and stuff, but this now we're coming on to a Peace Wall, and you can see even there people's houses are all guarded through it. But these are probably again one of the more iconic parts of Belfast, Peace Walls, and you can just see how long it is, how big it is. There's all new houses getting built there. I was here the other week where I showed you the wee bonfire and stuff, but again you can just see all the art and all coming down here. It's actually class. Like, that so much people come here to write their name, and like this is probably the biggest tourist attraction, like in between both sides. Like it's mad, and there's been more of these put up from the ceasefire separators when we're sort of supposed to be at peace. There's the bonfire. Yeah. The 12th of July parade. And like this, the walls there is where the troubles all started with the burning of Bombay Street and stuff like that. And they would have came through, like there would have been Catholic homes burnt out, and then obviously it was retaliation, and that's why the Peace Wall sort of went up as well. The British Army had to come in and attack the people of Bombay Street and then Clonard and the Catholic areas, and then obviously they want the Catholics retaliate, and then after that we'll have 25 years or 30 years really of war. And still even to this day we are in relative peace, but we're not fully there. But over there is the healing the ankle, the Shankill, and through there behind that would be the falls. And I don't think, like the tour guide just said it, but I don't think these walls will ever be done in my lifetime, and I'm 31. We're now turning on to the Shankill, and you can just tell the difference just because all the Union Jacks and stuff. Even the bookies are different. Like we have Ladbrokes on the Catholic side, and they have McLean's, and there's one of the big things there. But over here, like you're walking down here, it's all Protestants, and it's the tour guide actually says the Falls Road is the longest road, but the Shankill is the oldest road. The Shankill was there before the Falls. The Falls is bigger. So you can all see here, and anyone's watched my previous vlogs, you'll see I was here, and you can see the amount of flags now. And this is where the march down, and on the 12th of July, and there's another wee arc. But march down here on the 12th of July to celebrate when King William beat the Belgians, King James. But again, like it's crazy the amount of flags and stuff here, you know, just A lot of people see it as marking your territory, but obviously they're just celebrating the 12th and stuff. And there's a big UVF
You can see all our faces.
flag. And the reason you can see their faces in it is because the tour guide just said it. I'm not sure if this is picking up what the tour guide's saying, but the reason their faces are on the mural is because of the fact that they're dead and they can be no longer.
See the marble clip on the wall, and the steel bars cover the windows.
They're no longer alive. But over here,
Number 9 in gold.
this is
For the 23rd of October 1980.
exactly where the Shankill bomb happened in 1993. Where it's basically the Shankill bombing, and it's like a infamous bombing where it was a load of innocent people killed because they went in to bomb UDA meeting upstairs, but the bomb blew up early, and then they killed 9 innocent people.
We all knew on a spice day at
So
Republican.
we obviously just knew after that
We all knew there was going to be retaliation.
there was going to be retaliation and stuff like that, and there's a wee memorial garden here outside the Brax bar, and
Over to the left,
after that there was retaliations because the innocent Protestants were killed, so the loyalist paramilitaries wanted to go in and return the favour and kill some innocent Catholics, so it was like a tit for tat killing.
over to the right.
After that,
Those flags are
but thankfully we've moved on now 33 years later, and hopefully we'll never ever go back to them days when innocent people are getting killed. So we're now on the Crumlin Road, and there's the Crumlin Road courthouse, and we would anyone watched my first vlog and done it, and then under there's the jail, and obviously we know there's a tunnel under it. So anyone who hasn't watched that vlog, go and watch it. We're near getting to the end of the tour. I think I was like 18th point. And I found it proper interesting as anything. There's been some stuff that I wouldn't have known, and I know it like because of the tour. So anyone from Belfast, you right? Oh shit! With a wee American here sitting beside me, say hello to the vlog. She's Irish, she's from County Cork, trying to get her Irish citizenship. So I just finished my tour, and there was a lot of things I didn't know about the Belfast, like even stupid things like the fact that the defibrillator was built in Belfast, invented in Belfast, like the fact that the Royal Hospital was the first place to ever have aircon, and you fairly need it now. But it was interesting as anything. I don't know what like the audio was like in that video there. I'm actually just going to have to edit it and see. I've already edited it by this point, so I don't even know what I'm telling you, but I would highly recommend doing it. Like there was so much I learned there that I didn't know about. I was the only non-tourist on it. I was the only person from Belfast. I signed up a girl from Vermont or something sat beside me, like, so you shouldn't be wondering yourself, why would anyone from like America or anything come to this country? But then when you get on and do one of them sort of bus tours, you actually realise like the history here is unbelievable. Like I am so proud to be from here. I love it. Like, you know, there's just so much like has happened here, even beyond the troubles and stuff like that. Like the history is unbelievable. And I obviously love being from Belfast, but the tourists like seemed to love it as well. The tour guide was absolutely unreal. He just knew everything, and he was a bit of crack. But the fact like I was the only person on it from Belfast says it all. Like I don't know if anyone from Belfast, maybe like if you're bored or something, you want something to do, I'd highly recommend getting onto that bus. I would actually love to speak to a few of the tourists here and ask them a few questions about why they came to Belfast and stuff like that. The girl sitting beside me, she was on a cruise, and obviously Belfast was just one of the stops on the cruise. You know what I mean? It's a massive, like, loads of cruises come here every day. I know my own dad, he's a tour guide, he gets loads of people off the cruise. But it's class. And again, that's the end of my vlog, but if anyone's looking tours or anything like that, get on the citytoursbelfast.com. Their tour guide was lethal. And for what you're getting, like I actually think, like for what you're getting, so much entertainment, you can hop on and off. You can spend a full day doing it. I didn't get off the bus, but City Tours Belfast, make sure you get on it, they were lethal. Tour guide Martin was brilliant, the guy I dealt with, Brian, he was brilliant too. So if anyone's bored in Belfast and wants something to do, get on the bus, get off a bus, get on the bus, get off a bus. And then remember, once you're off the bus, get home and subscribe to Piercy Wearsey.